As far as she's concerned, I don't think so.
Rose?
Yeah, I'm here.
Morning.
Morning.
Well, you were out early. What was it, 5 o'clock?
I don't know. I couldn't sleep. Thanks for the coffee. I had the electric bill down here someplace. I guess I left it.
With the bills. Yes, I know. Rose, this has to stop.
I know. But how?
Make the call.
You're miserable. You know how it started. You have some idea how to stop.
Sure. Give in to him.
Well, then give in.
No. I have a right to my privacy. I will not get down on my hands and knees and confess to Jack Finelli.
Confess.
Share, tell. Matthew, what kind of man would ask that anyway? Tell me every little thought, every little secret. I couldn't live like that. I'd go out of my mind.
Well, if you ask me, you're out of your mind right now. Sitting in movies when you should be working when you ought to be sleeping. Tears every time I turn around.
Oh, now that is a downright lie.
And I suspect you haven't eaten in a couple of days. I don't know, maybe you eat after you lock yourself in your room at night, smuggle in yogurt or something.
Come on.
No, Rose, you come on. Jack did not ask for a confession.
The same thing.
Only in your mind. In his mind, he's trying to understand you.
He's investigating me.
Oh, nuts. I give up.
Matthew.
Yeah?
All right. Suppose I did marry him. And then I couldn't do it. I mean, be a wife and a mother. Then we'd all be stuck with each other. Now, wouldn't that be more miserable than...
More than what? A sharp stick in the eye? I don't know, Rose. You'll have to answer that for yourself. All right, do you want him or not?
Yes.
Well, then go get him.
I'm scared.
Oh, honey, everybody's scared. You know what you want, take it. Or leave it, and we never mention Jack or Ryan ever again.
I could never mention them again. I love them. All right. I'll go see him tonight.
No, not tonight. Now.
Now.
Well, can you tell me a little bit about her?
Rose is difficult.
Well, then, she can't be all bad.
No, she's not all bad. She's smart, and she's funny, and she's beautiful, and she's tough, and she's sweet.
Oh.
And I think maybe I made a big mistake.
How?
Asking her to marry me. Now, you want to tell me about delivering your baby on the subway?
It wasn't my baby. I just delivered it. And I don't want to talk about that anyway.
Okay, then tell me about El Paso.
People, houses, oil. If you want me to keep quiet about Rose, say so. I won't push.
You're all right. You know that?
Yeah, I know.
I'm glad you're home, 'cause I need my friends. Ryan needs her friends. Rose was Ryan's best friend.
Well, how could she rate like that and still be dumb enough to turn you down?
Well, she has a problem.
Yeah, a biggie. She didn't have it when you met her? How did you meet her?
Well, she's the private detective I hired after Joe disappeared.
Oh, the one who checked out the lawyers and that stuff about the will.
And your safety. And she was very capable, and there were no problems showing that.
I really ought to talk to Joe's lawyers. I have a letter about the estate and money and the joint account and stuff. Sorry.
How is it now, when you think about him?
Better. I don't freeze anymore. I'm sad. But I don't feel numb. Why, how are you about Mary?
Mary's still with me somehow, in a good way. Not so good for Rose. She says she's a presence between us.
Heaven knows I can sympathize with that.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, I guess so.
Jack, I want you to know something. I'm okay about you now. I can do this, and it's all right. Sure, way in the corner of my mind, I'm still attracted to you. But that's a small corner, and it's full of light from the last 6 months. Mary was a wall between us. No way around it. But a presence isn't much of a barrier. Rose could learn to deal with that.
Could, but won't.
What is this problem of hers? I still yell. I'm not completely mature yet.
Well, thank God. Rose doesn't want to talk about her problem, wants to hold on to it.
Jack, your Rose makes me mad. I would like 15 minutes alone with her. I would straighten her out. I'm serious.
History of ear disease, sinusitis, bronchiectasis. It fits all right.
I'd like to go ahead with the arteriogram.
Yeah, fine. Listen, if Mr. Stacy needs some extra reassurance, just call. I'll be around all day.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. I didn't want to interrupt.
No. Please, come on in. We're all finished. Roger, do you know Dr. Robb?
Only from the eyes up. Weren't you observing that aneurysm the other day?
Yes, I admired your work.
Thank you. I admired your observing.
Well, I'll go see Mr. Stacy. Brain abscess, I think.
Really?
Actually, I need a consultation if you'd be interested.
Yes, I think I can work that in. Just give me his number and...
Roger,
name.
I have all that information. I'll give you a note on it. So long, Dr. Robb.
So long.
Roger, Dr. Robb has departed.
Oh, yes, and ever so nicely. You wanted to see me if it's about the patient in 602, a firm diagnosis of idiopathic epilepsy.
Good. We'll get her on anticoagulant, send her home. Sit down. Any other reports?
No. Look, either you had a very restful evening last night, or your problem with Kim was resolved.
Well, as it turned out, Kim had a touch of the flu. I had a good time taking care of her when I finally got home. And by that time, I discovered that I was wrong about our problem.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. Roger, are you still close with Ray?
Yes, I'm sure we always will be.
But have you been in touch? Do you know what her state of mind is lately?
Well, we had a drink together last week. Why?
Look, I have to talk about this because what Ray does, at least in this particular area, affects Kim and our home and...
Look, just talk. You know I can keep my mouth shut.
All right. There have been signs in the past few months that Kim has been involved with Michael Pavel. That's the problem that I thought I had. Now, given their past history, Kim's wild streak or whatever, I was suspicious. But last night, I found out that something quite different has been going on.
I am now going to leave you and go back to my own office and work very hard.
Okay. Well, Cookie, wonder why we're locked in here?
Cookie is paid to take dictation. She is not paid to wonder. Besides, we're having a conference. You can't run a large corporation like this without conferences.
You know, I wouldn't mind having a real conference with you if I had some business of my own to discuss.
What kind of business?
This week, will the search for the truth
We could find out who your birth parents are in a matter of hours.
bring them back together?
I'm glad you came with me. Some things are just too important to give up on.
Because I have you. And the 3-day musical event is coming. Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC, and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
I've got this great office. I read and listen and sit on meetings. I've learned a lot. I understand how Woodard Publications operates. I think I understand how it has to grow, and I've got some ideas about contributing. I want to help.
But darling, you are a help. I don't know how I'd manage without you. And I'm not talking about my lover now. I'm talking about my executive assistant.
Well, Ray, your executive assistant spends 50% of his day taking phone messages and holding your visitors' hats and coats. I'm not complaining. You understand that.
Yes.
Being dependent on you doesn't bother me. I needed that protection at first. The people I deal with are fine. They don't put me down.
You feel you don't have their respect?
Nobody realizes what I can do. I don't even know myself. Like I said, I have some ideas.
All right. Let me hear them.
Well, there's the Woodard Publications Information Service, for instance. Libraries get microfilm from our newspaper morgues. That's okay, but it could be so much more. Universities and corporations and all the libraries in the country could benefit from that service, and not just when they ask for it. They could be supplied every month if they subscribed. Subscriptions are money machines, Ray. Forget the information service. It should be an information subsidiary. Small, for starters, and then gradually it would build and catch on and become an important part of the company. And all you need to do is computerize the system we're already using.
And I'd also need a head of operations,
Yes.
right? Which would be you.
Yes. So, now you know one of my ideas.
Damn good one, Michael. I'm impressed. An information subsidiary is an idea worth considering.
Look, you don't have to talk around this.
Ray is having an affair with Michael Pavel.
How did you come across that bit of information?
I went to Michael's house, boat afraid I'd find Kim. I found Ray.
You actually confronted them?
No. I overheard them. Saw them briefly. They didn't see me. All I wanted to do was get out of there and find Kim.
Did you tell her?
Couldn't.
Good, she'd only be hurt.
And jealous and furious. And out for revenge against both of them. She'd lose her mother and her best friend, which is what Michael is to her, she says. No. Strike that. I have to believe her. Roger, I am scared to death that she's going to come upon the truth by herself, maybe the way I did. Now, what the hell is Ray thinking of? Getting involved with a boy like that? There are a dozen eligible men that she could...
I suppose what she's doing is having fun.
Since when is that Ray Woodard's idea of having fun?
Well, since her daughter's a grown woman, since she's become your mother-in-law, since Frank Ryan, maybe since she woke up and realized that there's no energy or excitement in her life. She's been very lonely, Seneca. Consider it a midlife crisis.
You seem completely sympathetic.
Well, I am, in a sense. Which doesn't mean that I don't worry about her. Look, Michael is not going to be around forever, and Ray claims that she understands that perfectly. But when Michael does go, then I think she's in for some trouble.
And he will go. He's going to take plenty with him. He's no innocent kid. I have a bad feeling about him.
Yeah, that shifty look he gets kind of unnerves me. Maybe I recognized it from the mirror. Look, what can I do?
Let Ray know that it's possible to have romance in her life without being a fool and risking Kim's happiness along with her own.
Well, suppose I did try to tell her. Suppose you did. What good would it do?
I don't know.
Seneca, I do. None. Look, at least you know that Kimberly is behaving. And as far as Ray's concerned, we can't control her. Now, in the long run, we have to have confidence in her basic good sense, and in the short run, well, she's certainly looking wonderful.
Next, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Later, see them stirring up trouble in Pine Valley on All My Children, only on SoapNet.
Jack, would you perchance have the morning paper?
Oh, no. Whenever Ryan and I ride the subway, we read the ads. The little billboards in the cars.
Oh, yes, of course. That's all right. I'll get one later. I just want to look at the auction ads.
Hey, I'll get one for you, Kevin. I'd love to take a walk around the neighborhood.
Well, thank you, Siobhan.
Sure. You want to come?
Where, to the candy store?
Yeah, but we go to Devoki's on the way.
Flowers.
No. Just hellos. I want to say hi to Diane Devoki. She was in my class all through school. And Norma Greenberg, and why didn't you get Ryan? And we'll just do a regular tour of the neighborhood. We'll go to Chang's and Mrs. Lem and Leo the Butcher and Primavera's. Hey, we could go to St. A's and find Mac, and I'll tell him the black sheep's back.
You forgot Grant's tomb. Luckily, I have a couple of hours. I'll get Ryan.
Great. There's not a bar from here to Texas with wood like this.
You have to watch out for some old place being demolished.
Why?
Oh, well, to get a fine old piece like this, you have to keep your eye out for the wreckers, or the auction sales, or both. That's what the brother and myself are doing.
Yeah?
Yeah, Connor and myself have opened a little place downtown. He spends more time there than I do. Ask Jack, he's dropped by.
Well, I will too. That's great. Did Jack drop by with this Rose character?
I don't think so. A character, is she?
That's a nice word for it.
Oh, now, look, I've met her father, and he seems to be a very nice, decent man.
Well, if you ever meet the daughter, you can wring her neck for me. I love Jack so much, and I feel good about coming home and seeing him. He's in this terrible mess.
Is that what the serious discussion was about?
Yeah. We're just as close as ever. I guess I thought that might change.
Some things you have forever.
Yeah. Things were a little rocky when I left. It was my fault. Well, 2/3 my fault.
Seems like you've done some deep thinking while you were away.
Yeah, I did. Worked on some priorities. Missed people. I really missed Jack a lot.
Well, you'd been through an awful lot together.
Yeah, we have something special. And I feel so good about him, and when he tells me about Rose, and, well, she can be dealt with. Anything's possible.
That's the spirit.
If he wants her to marry him, she's just gonna shape up and do it.
Well, if it's in your hands, it's a fait accompli.
Hey, kid, you wanna take a walk? Whoa! Should we get the dog, too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's make a plan.
Where are we going first?
Devoki's. Devoki's.
In Port Charles, revenge is a priority, relationships are disposable, and good medical care is a necessity. Keep up with this fast-paced city with an all-new episode of General Hospital. Tonight at 10 on SoapNet.